What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today affordable space adventures. Most games on the Wii U use the gamepad in one of two ways. Option 1, it takes over gameplay almost entirely, games like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse where you don't even need your TV on to play them. Or there's option 2. The gamepad basically becomes a fancy controller for games like Wind Waker HD or Super Smash Bros. Both of those styles of gameplay work for their individual titles, but this game chooses a totally different use for the gamepad, and what it does is truly beautiful. Your Wii U gamepad actually becomes your pilot's panel, and all the data displayed on the pad shows you how to get past each new challenge that arises. This game is essentially a straight line puzzle game. You progress on one path through each level trying to rack your brain on how to get through dangerous and complicated robot-based puzzles. To really show you what I mean, I'm going to have to show you a complete puzzle solution. Don't worry, this isn't a big spoiler, but I want to show you this to convey how intricate and genius this controller function is. In this puzzle here, I can see there's a humongous drone right above me, and I need to get past him so I can press that button on the right. By looking at my screen, I can see that this killbot actually is incredibly sensitive to sound. He's really good at detecting the electricity in my anti-gravity, and he can also detect the heat from my combustion engine. So instead of actually just being able to boost past and somehow press that button, I'm gonna have to be more clever. Well, I can see there's this set of rails that goes off to the side, so let's follow that and see what happens. Well, I can see that it's nice and smooth, so let's turn on the landing gear. In fact, I can even make my landing gear more slick, that way it'll slide more easily. Well, I slid down it and it nearly worked, but I didn't have enough speed. So how about I go to the top, turn on slide mode, turn on my engines, boost for the first bit, and then deactivate them while I'm in midair. Then I can fire a rocket, tag the button, and boom, victory. And that's what this game does so perfectly that makes it so addictive. Every puzzle uses every part of your ship in a different intricate way. So many things are so multifaceted and multi-tiered in their solution, but never ever do you feel overwhelmed. Each level seems to focus on a different primary function on your ship. Buoyancy underwater, your anti-gravity engines when you're trying to be silent, or straight up turning on combustion engines and bursting through hard problems. The diverse set of tools they give you in this game blend together perfectly, making the game mechanics wonderfully addictive. Especially on top of that, you have this great art style that's both dark and cutesy at the same time. Scooting around in your little tiny ship is fun, especially on this dark, barren world, and it really ties into this almost Portal-esque, over-the-top satirical storyline. We are an intergalactic tourist, somebody who's basically agreed to be sent off to a faraway uncharted planet, but don't worry, there's never been an accident since 1994. So since they said that, of course you immediately crash land and now you're stranded on this puzzle-filled planet. At the end of each level, you're treated to a new and really hilarious cutscene, showing you trying to contact headquarters or headquarters sending little motivational movies to you. The cutscene that made me laugh until I literally had tears in my eyes is one where I managed to find an emergency beacon and it automatically called headquarters, and the head of security's answering machine picked up. Apparently, since their vehicles are so safe, she just decided to take a vacation, but she was nice enough to leave this postcard for me. One of the only things I didn't enjoy in this game is in fact the co-op, which felt just really raw and tacked on in my opinion. In this game, you can jump into it with a friend. In the multiplayer mode, each person is taking over another primary function of the ship. Steering, controlling the lights, firing the missile, or being the person who activates particular functions within the vessel itself. This sounds fun, but it just didn't really seem to have a real objective or point. The idea is interesting, and I think people will have fun with it, but me personally, I thought the game's balance and flow was perfectly tailored already, so trying to put this extra option in actually killed the pacing. What makes this game truly magical is the way the game unfolds, being thrown into a level, being lost, dying a lot of times, and slowly, over trial and error and quick thinking, managing to beat a level. It truly is the ultimate mix of easy pickup and playability and really high skill threshold. I love that it's hard enough to keep me entertained, but it also has an easy mode for people who are just trying to coast through and enjoy a funny story. Alright, we've heard a lot of good and a little bad, but let's head over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Affordable Space Adventures on the Wii U an 8.8 out of 10. This is a rare gem that'll make you laugh out loud while also make you want to shout with triumph after beating a really tough problem. I really hope Nintendo takes notice of this and starts doing more games like this. This was the perfect use for the Wii U gamepad. Instead of making a lot of visual stuff on the screen, it really felt like I was piloting this funny little vessel. Many times I felt like I was at a pilot's console. It was the most immersive experience I've probably had on the Wii U thus far. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give it a like, leave me a cool comment, and subscribe. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.